Namaste, everyone. My name is Kayla, and I will be leading you through a short Vinyasa flow sequence. If you have a strap or maybe even a belt at home, I do prefer placing it at the top of your mat before we begin. So let's actually come to our backs. From here, we're going to inhale the knees into the chest. Exhale everything out the mouth. Inhale, squeezing the knees closer to the chest. Exhale everything out the mouth. Let's inhale, figure four. The right ankle crosses over the left. Draw that left thigh closer toward you. You can interlace your hands between the left thigh, or you can interlace that left shin. If maybe you can't reach that left thigh, you can always use the strap. Place that strap in between, and then draw the strap closer toward you. So our goal here is actually we want to allow that right knee to press away from us, opening up the right hip. Inhale, squeeze that left thigh closer. Exhale everything out through the mouth still. Inhale and exhale. Let's inhale both knees back into the chest. Maybe you can rock from side to side, seeing how that feels. Inhale, figure four on the opposite side. So the left ankle crosses over the right thigh. We're going to try allowing that left knee to push away from us. And then we're going to interlace that right thigh or even the right shin. And like I said, if you can't reach around the right thigh or the right shin, please use your strap. Inhale through the nose. Exhale everything out the mouth. Inhale for 4 seconds. Exhale for 5. Inhale, bring both knees back into the chest. Rock from side to side. We're going to inhale, figure four on the opposite side once more, so the right ankle crosses over the left thigh. From here, we're going to tee out the arms, and we're going to rock onto our left side. So allow the right sole of the foot to be rooted to the mat, and then that left foot will come back behind you. With your left hand, grab the right ankle. Draw it closer towards the top of the mat. If you can, with your right hand, reach the left foot. If you can't, you can always use that strap and maybe loop the strap and then loop it onto your foot. Yoga can be accommodated for everybody. Please listen to your body. Listen to what it can handle. So taking that strap in a loop, we can loop that left foot and then hang on to it with that right hand. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, right leg rises. Bring both knees back into the chest. And then exhale, figure four on the opposite side. So you'll be able to see my left sole of the foot. Come to the mat this time. So let's tee out the arms. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, rock onto the right hip. So like I said, allow the left sole of the foot to drop to the mat. With that right hand, grab that left sole of the foot and draw it closer towards the top of the mat. With your left hand, you can reach around for that right ankle or the right foot. If your hand doesn't reach the foot, please use the strap at this time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring both knees back into the chest, holding them here. And exhale, rock onto your right side into a fetal position. With the left hand, allow the palm to come to the mat and push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. So this just allows a smooth transition onto your glutes, onto the sit bones. From here, we're just going to swivel around into tabletop pose. So the fingers will be hip distance apart, knees will be wide. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Starting with our Ujjayi breath, this is a slight constriction in the back of the throat, allowing our breath to be audible. Taking a moment in tabletop. Please don't mind me fixing my hair. Just don't want it to touch on my neck. So in our tabletop, inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale, tuck the toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. So this is our first down dog of the day. Please begin to walk out the knees. Generously bend those knees. As we bend the knees, the hips will shoot high towards the sky, and we're really going to press our chest into our thighs. In down dog, take a peek at your hands. Make sure that the fingertips are brushing the edges of the mat. Your fingertips should be spread wide as you can, acting as if you're placing a slice of pie between them, okay? So this is our foundation, the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. As you can see, my heels actually do not touch the bottoms of the mat. That is completely fine. You could bring the toes and heels to touch directly beneath you. Seeing how that feels. We will be using this later into the sequence, so it's kind of nice to get a feel for this. So let's bring the feet hip distance apart. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, rotate the hands and slowly tiptoe feet to hands. So this is forward fold. We're going to generously bend our knees and allow the chest to rest upon the upper thighs. The palms will be rooted to the mat. Head will hang heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, making the body like the number 7. The hands will come to the upper thighs. We're going to shift the weight into the balls of the feet, allowing the crown of the head to root towards the top of the mat. So our shoulders, rather than hanging down, we're actually going to integrate them back behind us. So act as if you're trying to kiss your elbows back behind you. Our upper chest should actually be lower than this lumbar curve. I will be explaining how we will be adjusting up and down, protecting our lumbar curve. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, hands to the mat, forward fold. Keeping the knees bent, we're going to inhale, Utkatasana, yogi chair. Inhale, extended mountain pose. So, as you can see, my knees were bent as I lifted up into Utkatasana to extended mountain pose, and this is a very crucial reason. So, the 5 lower vertebrae of the lower back are called, make up the lumbar curve. And so basically, when we hinge forward, we always want a slight bend in our knees. So that way it's alleviating the pressure. If we have our knees straight and we bend over, we're actually compressing the spine, putting a significant amount of pressure onto that lumbar curve. So as we transition in our sequence today, we will always be going from soften the knees, hands to heart center, to hinge forward, forward fold, and then back from forward fold to halfway lift, to forward fold, keeping the knees bent, Utkatasana yogi chair, and then extend the knees for extended mountain pose. So let's try that again. Soften the knees, hands to heart center, hinge forward, forward fold, Utkatasana, inhale, lengthen the knees. From here, we're going to bring our hands to heart center for the Anjali Mudra, closing the eyes, setting our intention here for our practice. Our intention can be anything we want it to be. Maybe just bringing some awareness to our own practice. One of the best intentions that I have for us is bringing awareness to the breath. We tend to lose focus of our breath day to day, but our breath allows us to live from day to day. So maybe just focusing on that throughout the practice. Inhale, arms rise high to the sky, extended mountain pose. So an extended mountain pose, it's a very active pose. We're actually going to lift the kneecaps, squeeze the thighs, squeeze those glutes, belly button towards the spine. Inhale through the nose, exhale, soften the knees, hands to heart center, forward fold. Allow the hands to drop to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, making the body like the number 7. Act as if you're looking over a cliff edge. Exhale, hands to the mat for high plank. Step back in a push-up position. Energetically press those heels back behind you. Squeeze those glutes, belly button towards the spine. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, slowly lower yourself all the way down, keeping the elbows as close to the rib cage as possible. Once you're down to the floor, you are going to tuck the tops of the toes under. Inhale, baby cobra. So zip up the thighs, squeeze the glutes, little to no weight in the upper torso or hands. You can notice that my feet are rooted to the mat though. Exhale, forehead or chin rest to the mat, or even cheek, your choice. Inhale, baby cobra once more, warming up that lower spine. Exhale, slowly release down to the mat. Planting the palms into the mat, we're going to inhale full cobra. So extending our elbows, but not completely so we don't hyperextend them. When your elbows are like this is called hyperextension. We're actually going to keep a slight bend in the elbows. Squeeze those glutes, and the gaze will be straight out in front of you. Rather than crunching our neck behind us, gaze will not be upwards. It'll be straight out in front of us. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, toes tuck under. Downward facing dog. Walk out those knees if need be. Once more. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, rotate the hands, slowly tiptoe feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, make the body like the number 7. Exhale, forward fold. At this time, we will be grabbing our strap. So please make sure it's within reach. We're actually going to double up on our strap to find a little bit more stability here. We're going to keep the knees soft. Inhale, Utkatasana, yogi chair, bringing that strap up with us. And then inhale, extended mountain pose. Let's drop the hands down by the side for mountain pose, Tadasana. And we're going to toe heel the feet a little bit more than hip distance apart. We're going to allow that strap to come back behind us, about a foot back between. We're going to inhale, open up the collarbones, gaze comes up towards the sky. And then exhale, slow and controlled, allow the arms to come up and overhead for half seal. So this is technically an inversion. An inversion is where your heart is higher than your head. Please embrace this. If the knees straight does not feel so great, please bend them. Stick out the glute behind you. So it's nice to have a strap in between the arms, because some people, they'll integrate they'll interlace the fingers, and maybe you just have a little bit more shoulder problems than someone else. So a strap is a great way to modify that. So embrace the blood flowing to your cheeks. Inhale to the nose. Exhale to the nose. Keeping the knees bent. Inhale. Slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. Let's drop that strap to the top right corner. We no longer need it. Toe heel the feet to touch. Tadasana. Inhale, extended mountain pose. From here, we're actually going to cactus out the arms in our extended mountain pose. So when we say integrate your shoulders as much as possible, sometimes it's kind of difficult when your arms are completely together with the biceps or by the ears. So actually cactusing out the arms allows you to integrate your shoulders back behind you a little bit more. So from our integrated shoulder cactus stance, we are going to squeeze the glutes, inhale to the nose, and then exhale, slowly gaze toward the sky, mini back bend. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, hands to heart center, soften the knees, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, make the body like that number 7. Drop the chest towards the mat a little bit more. Inhale through the nose, exhale, hands to the mat for high plank. Step back in that push-up position. Exhale, low plank. Keep the elbows close to the rib cage. Tops of the toes tuck under. We're gonna inhale, full cobra. So from here, we're gonna root the right forearm into the center of the mat. We're going to bend the left leg, grabbing it with our left hand for half frog. The gaze will be out in front of you. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. This is actually the modified version of half frog. The full version of half frog will be on the palm of the hand. If you want to try that, maybe seeing if your body allows you to, please do so. If it's straining your body, please come back to the forearms. Make sure it's parallel to the top edge of the mat. Inhale back up to full cobra. Exhale, toes tuck under, downward facing dog. Generously bend those knees, press your chest into your thighs. Inhale, hinge to high plank. Exhale, low plank. Tops of the toes tuck under. Inhale, full cobra. Exhale, root the left forearm parallel to the top edge of the mat. Bend the right leg, grab it with the right hand for half frog on the opposite side. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back up to full cobra. Keeping that slight bend in the elbows though. Exhale, toes tuck under. Downward facing dog. So we're going to bring the toes and heels to touch directly beneath us. So the big toe mounds should be touching right now. They should be directly underneath you. We're going to inhale, right leg rises, three-legged dog. So basically when we bring the toes and heels to touch directly beneath us, we create a tripod effect. So take a peek at my right toe. Actually, your right toe. Please take a peek at your right toe. Make sure that it's pointed inward toward the pelvic region. If you want to extend that right leg higher, please bend the left knee and then extend the leg. Inhale through the nose, exhale, step it through for a low lunge. So your first low lunge, you may not make it up here. Maybe it's back down here. Just creep that foot, the right foot up closer towards your hands. From here, you can drop down onto that left knee and rock it out. Seeing how that feels. Inhale, crescent lunge. So allowing the torso to rise from the thigh. The hands will come high towards the sky. Take a peek down at your alignment. Make sure that right knee is directly over that right ankle. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Planting the weight into the right foot, we're going to inhale one-legged Tadasana on the opposite side. So allow the left sole of the foot to be hovering over the mat. You can take your hands and put them down at the hips, making sure that they're squared directly in front of you. Inhale through the nose, exhale, figure four. So cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Belly button towards the spine, integrate the shoulders back behind you. If you have something in front of you, it's always nice. You can come down and maybe work on your stance a little bit more than your balance. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, step it back for crescent lunge. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands to the mat for high plank. We'll be going through a Vinyasa flow here, so high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, which the only points of contact are going to be the tops of the toes and the palms of the hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. So let's try that on the opposite side. Big toes to touch directly beneath us. Inhale, the left leg to rise. Bring some awareness back to those left toes. Make sure they're pointed inward toward the pelvic region. If you want to extend that left leg higher, bend the right knee and then lift up the left leg. Exhale, step it through for a low lunge. From here, rock it out. Remember, you can drop down to that right knee. Just do what's in your practice. Maybe you want to inhale, slight back bend. Maybe not. It's your choice. Finding our foundation in our feet. Inhale, crescent lunge. Peel the torso from the chest. Check your alignment. Make sure that left knee is directly over that left ankle. You could bring your hands down to the hips and make sure you're aligned. You might need to draw that right hip up a little bit more. A fox just ran down the hill. He's in a rush. He must be late to a lunch date. So we're going to root the weight into the left foot. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. So allow the right sole of the foot to be hovering over the mat. Those right toes are actually going to be flexed toward the nose, acting as if we were holding a soccer ball on them. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, figure four on the opposite side. So like I said, if you have something in front of you, you can work more sitting into your figure four rather than balance. Maybe today you want to work on balance, so that's completely fine. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, step the foot back for crescent lunge. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands to the mat for high plank. Going through another Vinyasa flow. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're going to bring the big toes to touch directly beneath us. We're actually going to take a figure four in down dog. So the right leg will rise, bring it in, and allow the left ankle to cross over the right thigh. Seeing how this feels. Press your chest a little bit closer towards your thighs. From here, that right knee will remain straight rather than generously bending the knees here. Let's exhale, release. Bring the toes and heels hip distance apart. We're going to inhale that right leg high, bend the knee, and cross it over the left thigh for figure four on the opposite side. So that left knee will remain straight. Try pressing your chest as close as you can to your thighs, as much as your body allows you. Inhale to the nose and exhale, release. Bend those thighs, press the chest closer towards your thighs. Toes and heels to touch directly beneath us. Inhale, the right leg to rise. Exhale, step it through for a low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. So the back foot will spin parallel to the knife edge of the mat. I'll just switch this way so you can see a little bit better. Peek down at your feet. Make sure your right heel is intersecting the middle of that left foot. The right knee will be bent over the ankle. Tailbone tucks, belly button towards the spine, and integrate your shoulders back behind you as much as possible. So bring awareness into that left arm. Make sure that it's not sinking down. We're going to raise it. You're strong warriors. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, 5-pointed star. So allow the toes to actually be pointed straight out in front of you. You can check your wrists, align them with the ankles. It's all about looking at your own body in yoga. You gotta check your own alignment. Check yourself out. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, keeping the spine straight, we're actually going to forward fold. Allow the hands to come down to the mat. One vertebrae at a time. If it doesn't feel so great with the knees straight, please keep that micro bend or even a drastic bend in the knees. From here, allow the crown of the head to hang heavy. You can widen out your stance while you're here. Maybe it wasn't wide enough for you. From here, I want you actually to reach out in front of you, and you're going to put the weight into the heels of the feet. So act kind of like you're sitting down, but you're reaching out in front of you. Let's walk the hands directly underneath us. Let's root that right palm into the center of the mat. Inhale the left arm to rise for a revolved wide-legged forward fold. So we're energetically going to be pressing that left shoulder back behind us. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release. Let's root the left palm into the center of the mat and inhale the right hand high towards the sky. Energetically press that right shoulder back behind us. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release. Let's bend the knees here, keeping the spine straight. The crown of the head will be rooting out in front of you. Arms tee out. Inhale, back up to wide-legged forward fold. Let's toe heel the feet a little bit closer. Check your hips. Inhale, warrior two on the opposite side. So now we're backwards. I am actually forwards where I was. So peek down at the left ankle, the left heel. Make sure it's directly in the middle of that right foot. Tuck in the tailbone, belly button towards the spine, integrate the shoulders and arms tee out. Bring awareness into the right arm this time. Make sure it's not sinking down, raise up. Strong warrior here. Gaze will be toward that left middle finger. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel hands down to the mat, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's drop down to the knees. We actually will assume big toe pose. So basically, we are going to constrict the blood flow to our lower extremities. We're going to tuck onto the toes. So this may, you may not stretch your toes that often. If so, that's completely fine. We're actually going to bring the palms down to the mat if that hurts you. If not, you can actually lean back onto the ankles. Maybe your gaze can come upward. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release. So we're going to draw that left foot straight out in front of us, and we aren't going to be constricting the right leg. So don't constrict any blood flow to that right leg. If you have bad knees, all you have to do, I will swivel so that way you guys can see me. If you have bad knees, please just swing the knee around. Same benefits, just your body allows you to do this pose. I'm going to come back to this pose. We are going to grab our strap. You may need it at this time. You're going to inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge, reaching for that left foot. Say if you don't reach that left foot, grab that strap, and you can actually use the strap. Maybe you can reach the foot, but with your back arched. The strap allows your spine, I will show you, allows the spine to be a little bit straighter, and that way your chest is actually touching your knee before your head. So whatever you want to do, whatever is in your practice is fine. Come back to this angle so you can see me. Inhale the torso to rise. And then exhale, we're going to bend that left foot towards the inside of the right thigh. If you're here, that is completely fine as well. If your right knee is bent inwards, then just come to a nice fire log pose. But if not, we're going to tee out the arms. Inhale through the nose, and then exhale, twist to the left side. So the right hand will be placed on the right knee. The left hand will act as a kickstand back behind you. With each inhale, we're going to lengthen the torso and then twist the body deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, release back up to center. We're going to kick the left foot straight out in front of us again. In this pose, you may need the strap for. So we are going to keep the knee either bent inward or outward. I have noticed that a lot of people, for this pose, they actually bend it inward because it creates a little bit of stress on the knee. So we're going to grab the bottom of our feet, and we're going to inhale, lengthening that left leg. So like I said, if you can't do that, please don't be intimidated. Use that strap. And we're going to inhale the left foot high. Maybe you get right here. That's completely fine. If not, maybe you get right here. That's also wonderful. Yoga is about your own body, nobody else's. I'm just trying to help you instruct how to move your body to get to these positions. Inhale, exhale, release. So let's just swivel over to the opposite side. So now that left leg will be out to the left side, and that right leg shoots straight out in front of us. Let's inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, hinge forward. So like I said, if you need that strap on one side, it's kind of nice because you got to see if you needed the strap on the opposite side. So if you need that strap again, please lace that foot and use that as a modification. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale. With each exhale, press the chest closer to the right knee. Maybe you even want to bend your knee, so that way your head touches. That's fine as well. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, rise the torso. Exhale, bend that right knee. Allow the right sole of the foot to come to the inside of the right thigh. And if you have that modification with that left knee swiveled in, this is how you're going to be sitting, which is completely fine as well. Or let's tee out the arms. Inhale, lengthen the torso. Exhale, twist to the right side this time. So the left hand will come to the right knee. That right hand will drop back behind us as a kickstand. With each inhale, we're going to lift the torso. With each exhale, we're going to twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Allow the torso to straighten out. You can shake out the hands. Maybe roll the wrist. Maybe still adjusting our body for the day. Let's allow that right foot to kick straight out in front of us. We're going to either use the strap or not use the strap. Bend that right knee. Maybe, like I said, maybe you need to swivel in your leg for this one. We're going to grab the right sole of the foot and inhale the right foot high. Inhale to the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to the nose. And exhale, slowly release it. Let's come to a comfortable seated position, straight out in front of us. Let's end practice with a few deep breaths so the hands can rest upon the knees. Let's close our eyes. Inhale everything through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale positive energy. Exhale anything that no longer serves us.